attention, please? May I have your attention, please? Good morning, and welcome to the 2025 Veterans Day Program hosted by Oneida Middle School and Oneida High School. My name is Selena Mayberry, and I'm the principal at Oneida Middle School. When Francis Scott Key wrote the Star-Spangled Banner almost 200 years ago, he called America the land of the free and the home of the brave. Those words are as true today as they were then. Each and every day, countless sacrifices are made by the brave men and women in our armed forces to protect the many freedoms that each of us enjoy. Today, we salute you. We are honored to have our veterans among us, and many of you in this audience may have friends and family who have served or are currently serving in the armed forces right now. Thank you for your sacrifice. At this time, please stand for the pledge and the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
To the veterans that are here with us and the families of veterans, we thank you and we will not forget the sacrifices that you have made for each of us. Today, it is indeed our privilege to say thank you to all of America's veterans, to let them know that we appreciate them for their service and honor them for their sacrifices. The price of freedom is high, and we cannot afford to forget those willing to pay it. Today, we celebrate America's veterans for keeping this nation the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good morning, students, teachers, and special guests. My name is Colt Potter, and I am the OMS 2025-26 Student Government President. Today we come together to honor some of the most important people in our country, our veterans. Veterans are the brave men and women who served in the United States Armed Forces. They are the reason we live in a free country where we can go to school, play with our friends, and chase our dreams without fear. Some veterans fought in wars far from home. Others served during times of peace. Some were at land, some at sea, and some in the sky. But no matter where they were or what they did, they all had one thing in common. They loved our country enough to protect it. Veterans have shown true courage. Courage isn't just about being strong. It's about doing what's right, even when you're scared. It's about leaving your family to serve your nation, standing beside your friends when things get tough, and never giving up, no matter how hard it gets. Many of our veterans miss birthdays, holidays, and time with their loved ones leaving this world so that we can have a safe home here in America. That kind of sacrifice deserves more than just a thank you. It deserves our deepest respect and our promise to never forget what they've done for us. As a student government president, I want to say thank you to you and your families, not just for your service, but for showing us what it means to be brave, loyal, and kind. You are real heroes, and we look up to you. To all the veterans here today, and to those who couldn't be with us, we honor you, we remember you, and we Oneida Schools thank you from the bottom of our hearts for protecting our freedom and keeping the American spirit alive. Happy Veterans Day, and may God bless our veterans, and God bless the United States of America.
Today we gather, hearts full and true, to honor the brave, the steadfast, the few. With courage and valor you stood in the fight, guardians of freedom, in day and in night. Through storms and through trials you've carried the weight, defenders of liberty shaping our fate. With each step you took and every sacrifice, you wrote our story with honor precise. So now as we stand in your presence today, we offer our thanks in a humble display. Your courage is timeless, your spirit so bold, your legacy's worth more than ever can be told. Welcome, dear veterans, with grateful cheer, for you are the reason we are standing here. On this special day, we lift up our voice to celebrate you, our heroes of choice.
My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside let freedom ring. My native country, the land of the noble free, thy name I love. I love thy rocks and rills, thy woods and templed hills. My heart with rapture thrills like that above.
Today's the day we stop and say, we thank our veterans in every way. You fought for peace, you kept us free, you showed the world what brave can be. You left your homes, your friends, your plans to serve our country, heart and hands. You stood for courage, hope, and right, you gave your best with all your might. Because of you, we live each day with freedom's light to guide our way. We learn, we laugh, we chase our dreams, all thanks to you, or so it seems. So here today, we stand and cheer for all our heroes, far and near. Thank you, veterans, one and all, for answering your country's call.
Hello, my name is Riley Boutwell, and I am the president of the Imprints of Honor Club here at Oneida High School. Imprints of Honor, formerly known as Veterans Heritage Project, was founded in Arizona in 2004 as an after-school club and became a statewide nonprofit in 2009 with a mission dedicated to connecting students with service members to honor veterans, preserve America's heritage, and develop future leaders. In the year-round program, students have the opportunity to learn history from World War II to recent conflicts firsthand from a veteran. Students video record their interview with a veteran and write the veteran's story for publication in the annual book, Since You Asked. The videotaped interviews are archived and the books are donated as a permanent contribution to the Veterans History Project at the Library of Congress. Oneida High School students also have the opportunity to learn graphic design software to lay out our chapter story for publication. The culminating activity of this after-school character and civics education program occurs in the spring when students present Since You Asked to the community and honor their veteran with a book signing. We would love for you all to be there. The award-winning program develops students' leadership, confidence, character, and 21st century skills while honoring the service of veterans. We are especially thankful for the 17 veterans and counting who have allowed us the opportunity to interview them and preserve their stories. If you have been interviewed by Imprints of Honor, will you please stand? Again, thank you. We have learned so much from you, and we are inspired by your stories and are encouraged by the lives of honor you have led.
We want to take a moment to thank all veterans for being here today. If you're a veteran of the Army, could you please stand so we may recognize you at this time? If you're a veteran of the Navy, could you please stand so we may recognize you at this time? If you're a veteran of the Air Force, could you please stand so we may recognize you at this time? If you're a veteran of the Marines, could you please stand so we may recognize you at this time? If you're a veteran of the Coast Guard, could you please stand so we may recognize you at this time? If you're a veteran of the National Guard, could you please stand so we may recognize you at this time? If you're a veteran of the Space Force, could you please stand so we may recognize you at this time? Okay. The following poem was written by one of our Imprints of Honor members, Ashton Thompson. She wrote this for you, veterans.
Freedom Over Fear was written by Ashton Thompson. Pretty lights shining so bright, fireworks ballooning in the dead of night. Yes, we call it pride, only because you fought away your reason to hide. What does it take to face your fears, or to have none at all? You left with strength and tears. To every soul that stood and grew, you are the definition of hero. Clothed with something not understood until it's you. To every tale untold, to every sleepless night, to the memories of the loss that we hold so tight. Again, what does it take to face your fears, or to have none at all? To that bravery we applaud. That's it.
When we were younger, we fantasized about superheroes. We wondered what it would be like to meet one and to be one. Today, I'm proud to tell you that they exist. In fact, they're here with us today. Veterans are our real-life heroes. They are men and women who gave so much to protect their country and its people. Thanks to them, we can stand here today and be who we want to be and do the things we desire to do. Among the many sacrifices veterans have made, the most meaningful gift they have given us is our freedom. In America, anyone can be what they desire. We can share our opinions, discoveries, and things that we love. We can do and become anything we would like. If someone wishes to be a doctor, they can. If they desire to be an electrician, they can. If they want to be both, that's an option too. The opportunities are endless because of the bravery and sacrifice of veterans. Another thing that veterans have granted us is opportunity. Here we have the opportunity to attend schools and colleges and to attain the resources we need to become successful in life. Also, people born in other countries can get the same opportunity because they have the option to move here. My father was one of these people, as he was born in India. He desired for a better education and better job opportunities. Without the courage and kindness of veterans, these things would be out of reach, and I may not be standing here today because my dad would have never met my mom. One more reason that veterans are our real-life superheroes is that they granted us our country. Without them bravely fighting for our country and freedom, America would not exist today. These wonderful heroes protected our country with their lives. They went through so much for us. Some of them never even got to come home. So thank you to those who we lost, to those who continue to serve, and thank you, veterans, for all that you do and all that you have done.
I watched the flag pass by one day. It fluttered in the breeze. A young Marine saluted it, and then he stood at ease. I looked at him in uniform, so young, so tall, so proud, he'd stand out in any crowd. I thought on how many men like him had fallen through the years, how many died on foreign soil, how many mothers' tears, how many pilots' planes shot down, how many died at sea, how many foxholes were soldiers' graves. No, freedom is not free. I heard the sound of taps one night when everything was still. I listened to the bugler play and felt a sudden chill. I wondered just how many times that taps had meant amen, when a flag had draped a coffin of a brother or a friend. I thought of all the children, of the mothers and the wives, of fathers, sons, and husbands with interrupted lives. I thought about a graveyard at the bottom of a sea, of unmarked graves in Arlington. No, freedom is not free.
The true soldier fights not because he hates what is in front of him, but because he loves what is behind him. G.K. Chesterton. My great-uncle, J.C. King, was a veteran in Vietnam and passed away on November 2nd, 2025, and was surrounded by his friends and loved ones. Not long after graduating, he was in the jungles of Vietnam. He proudly served his country in the U.S. Army and received the rank of sergeant. He went to many different parts of the world during his time of service, including 2 tours in Vietnam. While he was serving, he was wounded twice during battle, which earned him 2 Purple Hearts. And as he would always say, 1 for each of my girls. He was personally presented these Purple Hearts from the Vice President Herbert Humphrey aboard the USS Benoil in the South China Sea on October 30th, 1967. After his military service, he returned home to the life he knew best. He was so much to so many people. He was a son, a dad, a papa, a husband, a friend, a brother, and a hero.
As you enter the room, you may notice a special table. It is reserved to honor our missing men.
Set for 6, the empty chairs represent Americans who were or are missing in each of the services: Army, Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, and civilians, all with us in spirit.
Some here were very young or not yet born when the Vietnam War began. However, all Americans should never forget the brave men and women who answer our nation's call and serve the cause of freedom in a special way.
Let me explain the meaning of this table, then join me for a moment of silent prayer.
The table is round to show our everlasting concern.
The cloth is white, symbolizing the purity of their motives when answering the call to serve.
The single red rose reminds us of the lives of these Americans and their loved ones and friends who keep the faith, while seeking answers as well.
The yellow ribbon symbolizes our continued uncertainty, hope for the return, and determination to account for them and bring them home.
A slice of lemon reminds us of their bitter fate, captured and missing in a foreign land.
A pinch of salt symbolizes the tears of our missing and their families who long for answers after decades of uncertainty.
The lightened candle reflects our hope for the return, alive or dead.
The Bible represents the strength gained through faith to sustain us and those lost from our country, founded as one nation under God.
The glass is inverted to symbolize their inability to share a toast.
The chairs are empty. They are missing.
Please join us for a moment of silence. Please stand for the presentation of taps.
Thank you, honored guests, the Board of Education members, parents, and families. Thank you to our superintendent. Thank you to our principals. Thank you to all the students and teachers that were involved in today's program and sharing your beautiful talents to honor these veterans. Once again, on behalf of the entire school community, I thank you for being here today, and I thank you for the service to our country. Veterans, there will be some refreshments for you guys in the hall to celebrate you today, and we are going to allow you to exit first out into this area, and then we will dismiss the students after that. Thank you again for coming today. Thank you, community members and guests. You may also exit now.